this question today is asking, which of the following has the highest probability? And your choices are 0.5, 3/5, 3/4, or 0.7. In order to understand this question, you have to understand that probability is a percentage. The smallest possible probability is 0%. The highest possible probability is 100%, or the number 1. 100% as a number is the number 1. So this question is really asking which one of these four numbers is closest to the number of 1, or closest to 100%. So I think we can clearly see that out of choices A and D would have the highest probability out of the decimal numbers. So I can already eliminate the value of A. The highest probability between the two decimals is 0.7. So now I just want to compare the two ratios to a decimal of 0.7. One way you can do that is to convert each ratio into a decimal. And in order to do that, all you have to do is the division. So 3/5, or 3 divided by 5, I can turn that into a decimal by understanding that I'm dividing 5 into the number 3. Now we know that 5 does not go into 3 evenly, so recall that anytime I want to add digits to a number, I can always just add a decimal and as many zeros as I want. So now, I know that 5 does not go into 3, however, I know that 5 does go into 30. So now, I'll just make sure that I line up my decimal with the decimal inside the divisor. And so now 5 goes into 30 6 times evenly. So that becomes a 6. 0.6 times 5 is 3.0. So when I subtract, I have 0 remainder. So I know that 3/5 as a decimal is 0.6. So far, I know that D is still the highest probability because that is still 0.7. 0.7 is still higher than 0.6. So I can cross out B. Now the choice is down between C and D. So now let me figure out if C, 3/4, is bigger than 0.7. So we'll do the division one more time. Here I'm going to divide 3 by the number 4. So in division symbols, that would be 3 divided by 4. And again, 4 does not go into 3, just like 5 did not go into 3. So we fix that by adding a decimal and as many zeros as we need to. I'll line up my decimal. And so now I know that 4 doesn't go into 3, but 4 does go into 30. How many times does 4 go into 30 without going over? Well, I know that 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 8 is 32, so I know that 8 is a little bit too high, so I know that this goes in evenly 7 times without going over. So 4 times 0.7 is 2.8. So now when I subtract, 30 minus 28 is the 2. I know that 4 does not go into 2, so I drop down the next 0. And 4 goes into 20. 4 goes into 25 times even. 5 times 4 is 20. And that leaves me with 0 remainder. So I know that 3/4 as a decimal is 0.75. So therefore, out of the two remaining answers, C or D, I think we can tell that C is the highest number. 0.70 is less than 0.75. So I think my answer